It's 2-0 Minot State over Arizona with 13 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the second period. A pair of 4-on-4s just ended, but Arizona had the power play for a very short period of time, unable to capitalize, and so it's still 2-0. Back up the far side. Fournier is crushed into the glass by two Wildcats. Wilkinson being one of them, and he appears to be shaken up after a broken stick on the ice as well, and icing is called. Face-off coming up on the other end, and Robbie Wilkinson looks very shaken up after that double hit. He's going to gimp his way back to the face-off circle where he will meet Sam Briscoe, and he wins the draw for Arizona. Played off the boards, off the skate of Adamowicz, so it'll make its way back to Campbell. His laser forehand right to the glove of Beauchamp. He'll hang on to the puck, and it is frozen. Face-off coming up in just a moment. Jake Crow to take the draw, this time against Dylan. Kyle Volk. Sorry about all these technical difficulties, everybody. Once again, the score is 2-0 Minot State. Under 12 minutes to go here in the second period. Crow coming up the far side. His clapper is blocked, and it goes off the glass. Nice defensive play there by Baldwin. Here's a chance for the Beavers. Trying to make a dance move was Lyndon Lipinski, but it's poked away by Rosetta. 11.5 to go now in period number 2. Kick saved by Patrick. It'll go to the far side, and it'll be dumped by Baldwin, but no. Knifed away by Nespor, and he throws the body. From center ice, here comes Lipinski. Almost lost his footing, and he does. He falls to the ice. Jeremy Johnson going for the backhand wraparound, but Patrick is up for the task. Sent back to neutral territory. Across the ice to Olenek. Barrett controls the puck. He's intercepted. Here comes Olsen. And Haroff is stoned by Garrett Patrick. Another impressive save to keep the deficit at 2. Griffin tries the poke check. Successful. Back to Nespor. And he'll dump it back behind the cage. Orion Olsen is there digging away. And he is pinned up against the glass by Zern. Here comes Bolifer. And the puck comes loose, scurrying up the near side boards. To center ice, and Mitch Peak takes it over. McNevin lost it after Orion poked it. 10 minutes to go in the second now. Across the ice, Pond. Saucer dump. And it'll find the stick of Garrett Patrick. Tried to play it back to Poynton for the clear, but it's kept in the offensive zone by Dickerson. Gleason has his man pinned up against the boards. It was Fournier. Peak back to Fournier. Tried to get a pass to the middle, but it was blocked by Orion Olsen. The pass intended for Moore. And the puck comes loose again to the far side boards. Taken over by Fournier. Sends it back to Olenek, and he will dump it. Line change made on the fly by the Beavers. And the Cats able to make the dump. And they will make a line change on the fly as well. From behind his own net, here comes Olenek. Off the stick that time of Baldwin. Baldwin charging to it at the corner, and he's crushed into the glass by Adamowicz. Both teams battling for it at the far side. It comes loose, and it's going to go back to the Beavers. Across the ice to Olnick from Baldwin. Up the wing and taken away. Here's Carter from the middle, finds Fagerheim. He tried to clear it off the boards, unsuccessful. It's kept in the Wildcat zone, but here comes Hinsberg. Now up the near side. He will dump it. Goes back behind the cage, played by Beauchamp. Taken from the corner by Smith. Off the far side boards, it can't find the stick of Dwight Lee. Olnick is there, and Wilkinson tries to throw the body once again. Going back to the Cats, and the drive from Fagerheim goes wide of the net. 8 minutes to play now in period number 2. Olnick off to his man Lee. Lee coming up the middle. Makes his way to the far side and trying to dump it, but he sends it over the glass out of play, and one of the kids will chase it down for a souvenir. Face-off will come from center ice, and the Beavers win the draw. First possession to Boleffer, to Zern. Zern trying to find Johnson up the wing, unsuccessful, and will be sent back to the stick of Beauchamp. From behind his own cage, played off the boards. Vasquez was there. Going back to the Beavers again. Long pass across the ice, tried to find Johnson. Too much on it though, and Patrick is able to take it away. Going back to Arizona. Here comes Campbell up the far side. His shot is deflected. It'll go high off the glass. Vasquez there to play it. Comes loose at the corner. From the middle. Loose again to the near side boards, and Jeremy Johnson takes it over. Sent back. Zern with an immediate pass to Johnson. Up the wing, and it'll be dumped. Patrick stops it with his stick behind the net. Bartlett takes over. Takes him a second, but he's ready to set up shop. Sends it over to Rosetta. A long, crisp pass. Finds a stick of Nespor, and the drive, kick save. Beautiful by Beauchamp. Comes loose again, making its way back to neutral territory. Poynton is there. He'll send it back, and it's picked off by Peak. Cleared back to the other end. Patrick plays it with his stick. Too much on that pass. It gets away from Nespor. And it's played off the boards by Pond. McNevin flying up the near side, looking for someone at the middle. Puck sent high into the air. Some fresh legs coming back onto the ice for the Beavers. Wilkinson turning up the Jets as he makes his way through the far side, and he'll dump it. Makes its way to the other corner. Now at the near side boards, it'll be taken over by Dylan Carter. He's hit into the boards by Peak, and a chance up the middle. Wilkinson with a shot, but unable to make it to the net. It goes off the pipe, and another shot ripped. It goes wide. Adamowicz had an excellent chance there. Very physical game so far here in the second period, and whistle is blown by the referee. What have we here?
Join Hut lovers today by downloading the Pizza Hut app.
Dylan Carter
Pizza Hut. Make it great.
will go to the penalty box for the next 2 minutes.
Get your sugar bucks. So head on up to the north concourse area.
So Minot State getting its third power play chance of the evening. They were able to capitalize on one of them. That was back in the first period. Nick Zern with his first goal of the season for the Beavers. Obviously his first power play goal as well. Beauchamp keeps it alive after the stop with his stick. Off to Peak. 5.5 to play in the second period. 1:45 on the power play. And some chances here for the Beavers, but it's knocked down by Orion Olsen. And he makes a successful clearance attempt all the way to the other end. Under 5 to go now in period number 2. A minute 20 on Minot's 5-on-4. To the middle, the one-time shot, and what a glove save by Garrett Patrick. He robbed Brad Olnick. Looking for his second point of the game. He had his 3rd assist of the season coming back on that first period Nick Zern goal. Far side face-off circle. Robbie Wilkinson will take it for the Cats, and unsuccessful. It's going back to the Beavers from the point. Thought about the drive, did Zern, but instead he elects it to send it back. Zern again, over to Olnick. The one-time drive from Zern is a rocket off the glass. Now at the near side, Arizona trying to clear it. Under a minute to go on their one-man deficit. Wilkinson takes it away at the far side, and they'll dump it up the boards. Beauchamp able to stop it behind his own cage. Olnick. Up the wing, finds Johnson. The Beavers' leading scorer sends it over to the middle. The shot saved by Patrick, and he hangs on to freeze the puck. An excellent opportunity there for Lyndon Lipinski. But Patrick up to the task. And so Minot's lead remains at 2. With 4 minutes to play in the second period. Just over a half minute to go for Minot State's one-man advantage. Dylan Carter in the box for the Cats right now. Sent across the ice. It is Beleffer. Back to Peak. Haroff will give it over to the other side. A one-time shot. Score! Eric Beleffer. And just like that, it is 3-0 in the second period. Power play goal number 2 on the night for Minot State. And Eric Beleffer makes the arena a little bit colder here tonight. 3-0 is the final. In the neutral zone. Be taken back. Another shot rip. Kick saved by Patrick. He's getting peppered, but he hangs on and freezes the puck. What an opportunity for Fournier. Looking for his first goal of the night. Trying to put his squad up 4-0. Face-off will come on the near side face-off circle. Cats win the draw. Vasquez controls it, a backhand pass up to Bennett. Tries to dance, but it's poked away. Great defense there by Pond. Crow with the shot and another kick save made by Beauchamp. Fagerheim with the drive. It's deflected wide. 3 minutes to go now in the second period.
16 minutes, 19 seconds.
Wow, and some extracurricular activities beyond the whistle there between Tommy Bennett and Sam Briscoe. Briscoe actually lifting up Bennett's helmet. That was as close as we've seen to a fight tonight, but both sides have been playing very physical, and it looks like Tommy Bennett is going to go to the penalty box now for the next 2 minutes. We'll have a face-off in just a moment. It appears that it'll come from center ice. And now the penalty box door opened up for Minot State, and it looks like Dwight Lee, 5'10", 180-pounder from North Vancouver, British Columbia, will be in the box as well for 2 minutes. So 4-on-4 will be the format here. Face-off coming in the Beavers zone. Robbie Wilkinson against Cole Olson, and the Cats win the draw. Barrett rips the shot and caught him off guard, but Beauchamp able to make the save. Connor Beauchamp playing extremely well. Beleffer. Tommy Bennett called for the delay of game. The one-time drive from Zern all the way from the blue line at the near side, and it is gloved by Garrett Patrick. Zern's had some excellent opportunities, but he's only been able to find the net on one of them. 2.5 to go in the second period, 1:37 seconds left on this 4-on-4. After the face-off, the puck immediately comes loose. Both teams trading possessions, but now the Beavers control it. Zern will send it around the net. At the corner, Gleason trying to dig away. Puck comes loose once again. And it'll be taken back by the Wildcats, sent to the middle. Kyle Griffin making his way up the far side. He's harassed by Zern, lost it for a moment, takes the punishment at the glass and sends it to Gleason. Gleason across the ice to Poynton, and his drive goes wide. Gleason with a weak forehand shot from the point, and it is saved by Beauchamp. He'll freeze the puck, and a draw coming up in just a moment, right after this line change. Well, this will be the final game for Arizona in their 9-game homestand. They'll go on the road next week. All the way back to Patrick. Arizona started this home series by getting swept by Liberty in 2 games. The second week, pretty frustrating as well. Upset losses to Colorado State and Colorado, but the first home win for the Cats was 3-1 against Colorado November 1st. They split the series with the Buffaloes. A WCHL opponent. And the first win over a WCHL opponent at home for the Cats this season. Back behind the net. Will be taken over by Pond. Coming up the far side is Peak. Cats take it back over in their own zone. 1 minute to go. And the 4-on-4 is over. Bennett and Lee come out of the penalty box. Here comes Lee with some fresh legs, and the shot is kick saved by Patrick. 45 seconds to go in the second period. Played off the glass. Will be sent to the middle. Bennett giving chase to knife it away. Rosetta there to play it up to center ice. Wilkinson takes it over. Here he comes up the middle, and his backhand shot goes wide. 25 seconds to go in the second period. 3-0 Minot State. See if they can get one more here before the period is over. Doesn't look like it. Clean pass to Wilkinson, the odd man rush, and he is tripped up. Could we have a penalty shot here? Definitely some sort of penalty on the Beavers, and it looks like it is indeed going to be a penalty shot for Robbie Wilkinson. Crashing in to the net, Eric Baldwin hooked him while he was trying to get the shot off, and so a penalty shot opportunity here for Robbie Wilkinson. Wilkinson, the leading goal scorer for the Wildcats. And here's a chance to cut the deficit to 2 for Wilkinson. Here he comes with the penalty shot. Closing in, shot, score! Robbie Wilkinson. And the Wildcats are finally on the board here at the TCC. And that bring some life to this crowd here. That's exactly what the Wildcats needed. With just 11 seconds to go in the second period, Minot State wins the draw. It's sent back by McNevin behind the cage. 5 seconds to go in the second period. And that is going to do it. The buzzer sounds. Period number 2 is in the books. Robbie Wilkinson puts Arizona on the board with 11 seconds left in this period on a penalty shot. A costly hook by Eric Baldwin. And so now the Wildcats will go in with the momentum to the locker room here.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the Chuck-a-Puck.
So 2 power play opportunities for Minot State. They were only able to capitalize on one of them in the second period. So once again, 3-1 is our score here at the Tucson Convention Center. Minot State still with a 2-goal lead over the Cats, but they do say it is the worst lead in hockey. We'll find out if that holds true when we come back in period number 3. Once again, I'm Joey Petrello, and the score, Minot State 3, Arizona 1, heading to period number 3. buzzer has sounded, and we are ready to start period number 3 here at the Tucson Convention Center. Good to still have you with us. I'm Joey Petrello. Arizona trails Minot State 3-1 here in period number 3, but they get a goal late with 11 seconds left in the second. Robbie Wilkinson with the penalty shot, and he cuts the deficit to 2. The puck will make its way back to the corner. Wilkinson, who I just mentioned, scoring that penalty shot, able to jar it loose, but it makes its way back to the corner. Dylan Carter is there to play it for the Wildcats. The freshman, with his backhand, will send it to the corner. Adamowicz couldn't handle it. Puck comes loose, and it's in the neutral zone, recovered by Poynton. He'll dump it back to the zone. Beavers in control for just a moment as Logan Haroff dumps it back. Dickerson couldn't handle it, and now it's going back the other way. Adamowicz will play it off the glass. Puck slowly makes its way to the near side corner. Kyle Griffin couldn't handle it. Nespor sends it back to Rosetta, but he couldn't handle the puck. And now here comes Fournier. Ooh, and Garrett Patrick makes a save and freezes the puck, but Craig Fournier, a new Arizona Wildcat, Josh Barrett, getting into it after the whistle there. No one going to the penalty box for that. And we'll have a draw here in the Wildcat zone. We'll go to Arizona. Big face-off win in their own zone. And here they come up the far side. Puck is lost at the corner by Campbell. Recovers it, and from the face-off circle, he rips a forehand shot straight into the chest of Connor Beauchamp, and he'll hang on. Draw coming up in the Beavers zone. Connor Beauchamp has played phenomenally tonight, besides that penalty shot goal that he gave up. Holding the Wildcats scoreless in the first period, and almost scoreless in the second, but that last 11 seconds crucial for Robbie Wilkinson in that penalty shot as Vasquez fires it straight into the chest once again to Beauchamp, and he'll hang on for the save. Line changes will be made by both parties here. If you're just joining us now, you haven't missed too much of period number 3. Only about 2 minutes have passed, and the face-off goes to Arizona. Rosetta with the shot from the point, and Beauchamp once again will freeze the puck, and a draw coming up in Minot State territory. Very disciplined hockey tonight by Minot State. Arizona has only had one power play opportunity all game long. They were unable to capitalize. It came back in the second period. Not one extra man advantage for the Cats in period 1. At center ice, puck comes loose. It'll be brought into the attack zone for the Beavers. From the far side, the one-time drive is out of play as it is fired through the netting and over the glass.
206 be ready.
What a rocket that time from Bob Pond. A penalty results from that play. Jake Crow, 6 foot, 190-pounder from Toronto, Ontario, will be in the box for the next 2 minutes. And so, first power play chance of the third period for Minot State, the 4th of the game overall. Beavers with a big face-off win in the attack zone. It's sent back to the corner. Hinsberg throws the body, slamming Olsen to the glass. Sent back to the point. Boeffer tried to find Peak, but it got past him. Peak with the recovery. Back to the corner again, taking the punishment big time. At the corner was Brett McNevin, right to the glass. McNevin to the middle. Peak with the long shot, and between the legs of Garrett Patrick, he is able to hang on for the save. Line changes will be made by both Arizona and Minot State. 17 minutes and 19 seconds to play in the third period. A minute and 31 seconds to go on the Beavers' one-man advantage. Face-off win in the zone by the Beavers. Zern, who scored the first goal of this contest, sends it back. Zern once again to the middle. And the one-time drive from Jeremy Johnson, not a good one, and it goes wide of the net. Johnson with another chance, though. He'll send it over. Deflected. Goes wide. Under 17 minutes to play now, just over a minute to go on the Minot State one-man advantage. The captain, Olnick, to Johnson. Poked away by Griffin, and makes its way back to the far side boards. Zern. Olnick. Off the stick that time of Lipinski. Johnson, it gets taken away for a moment. And tripping is called on Johnson. They're going to call that all day and twice on Sunday, as Will Poynton was clearly tripped up by the stick of Minot State's leading scorer, Jeremy Johnson. So 2 minutes in the box for Johnson. It'll make it a 4-on-4 for the next 41 seconds. And then Arizona will go on the power play. So Minot State now 2 for 4 on their 5-on-4s. They win the face-off, and here they come, dumping it. Back to the corner. It'll make its way behind the cage. Rosetta plays it off to Barrett. Crisp pass up the middle to Orion Olson, and he'll dump it for Matt Reed. His backhand shot goes off the pipe. 16 minutes to go now in period number 3. Hair off to the middle, and a shot save made by Patrick. And here comes some punches being thrown at the corner. Bob Pond with an excellent opportunity there for a goal, but Patrick was up to the task. And he'll hang on for the save. 6 seconds to go on this 4-on-4. Except no, now it looks like Josh Barrett is going to go to the penalty box for Arizona, so that'll make it a 4-on-3 for the next 6 seconds in favor of the Beavers. So give them another power play chance, technically, for the next 6 ticks. It'll be the 5th of the evening for MSU. Beavers win the draw. Zern. One-time drive saved by Patrick, denying Boleffer. Puck is frozen, and we'll have a draw coming up in Arizona territory. 1 tick left on the clock for this 4-on-4. As Jake Crow patiently awaits to leave the box, he does, and so we're back to a 4-on-4 for the next minute and 15 seconds. So Minot State falls to 2 for 5 now on their power plays. Roughing is the call on Barrett. 15.5 to play now in period 3. Off the skate of a Wildcat, and Gleason's going to chase it down. Crosses the blue line to Wilkinson in the zone. It's poked away. Nice defense there by Olson. Stopped by Poynton in neutral territory. Sends it to Hinsberg, and offsides is called. Face-off coming up in the neutral zone.
It is ticket number 5.
41 seconds left on the 4-on-4 before Minot State will go on another brief one-man advantage. Wilkinson to take the face-off here against Olson. And the Cats win the draw that time as it's brought back to the corner. Sent over to Hinsberg. His shot from the point deflected. Dylan Carter at the near side boards. Loses the puck, and it comes loose again. Wilkinson able to pick it up, looking for a chance up the middle. Great defense by Minot State, and Olnick there with the block. Carter pinned against the boards by Baldwin. Sent to the far side. Hinsberg is there to play it. He'll send it back to the other side. At the red line now. Olnick up the wing, and now for the next half minute, the Beavers will have a power play, 5-on-4, as Jeremy Johnson leaves the box. So the third power play chance of this period for the Beavers. They've been unable to capitalize on any of them. They've all been very short, though. 15 seconds left on it. Patrick with a kick save. It got close that time to the corner, and Fagerheim drilled into the glass by Johnson after the whistle. No call on that. Line changes will be made here for both parties, and we'll have a face-off coming up in the Wildcat zone. 10 seconds left on Minot State's 5-on-4. Josh Barrett awaits. Sent back to Peak. Moore to the corner. It's going to make its way back to MSU territory. Peak picks it up. He'll play it off the far side boards. It gets away from Fournier, his intended receiver. From behind his own net, Rosetta to Griffin. He'll play it off the boards. Nespor gets it taken away. Cats back in possession. Nespor up the wing. Finds Griffin, but it gets quickly poked away by Moore. And here come the Beavers on the attack once again. Fournier off to Dickerson, and his shot deflected wide. 13 minutes and 15 seconds to go in period number 3. 3-1 Minot State. We've yet to see a goal scorer in this period. Kick save made by Beauchamp. Taken from behind his own cage by Boleffer. Gleason. Off the corner boards to Poynton. Crisp pass to the middle. And Crow makes his way up the near side. Loses his feet and the puck. 2 white jerseys, 1 black, digging away for it at the corner, and Boleffer comes away with it. He crosses center ice. Drilled into the glass by Campbell. Gleason able to pick it up. 12.5 to go in the third. Minot State, by the way, unsuccessful on their third 5-on-4 of the period, so they are now 2 for 6 on the night in total, and we're even strength 5-on-5. Minot State comes away with it. They'll bring it past center ice, and McNevin able to make the dump behind the cage. Dump and chase is the strategy here for the Beavers in this period. Gleason knifing away at it, causes the puck to come loose. And at the near side boards, Campbell sends it to the middle. Too much on that pass. It gets away from Gleason. He takes the punishment from McNevin and is sent to the ice on his back. The shot ripped and saved by Patrick, that time denying Olsen. 11.5 to go now in period number 3. Alex Vasquez pins his man up against the glass. Gleason dishes the punishment on McNevin as well. And a whistle blown by the referee here. Olnick was the one pinned up against the glass by Alex Vasquez. Shane Gleason is going to go to the penalty box. He slams his stick in disgust against the boards. And he is called for now a 5-minute major. Unsportsmanlike conduct by the Wildcats captain. His emotions getting the best of him that time. It says 2 minutes on the scoreboard at the moment. Well, actually, I think it's actually going to be kept at 2 minutes. Campbell will join Gleason in the penalty box. So another 5-on-4 here for the Beavers. They win the draw. Olnick to Zern. Too much on that pass. It gets by Johnson. Lipinski tried to chase it down. It comes loose at the far side corner. 1:45 to go on the MSU power play. Sent back to Johnson. Olnick back to Zern. Under 11 minutes to play now in the third period. Olnick back to Johnson. Johnson rips the forehand shot, and it's blocked. From the corner, taken over is Lipinski. Knifed away, and here comes the charge by the Wildcats. Efforts the shot, and it's way wide. A little high as well. And a missed opportunity for Arizona. The one-time drive from Johnson goes wide. And the referees will stop play here once again. Let's see what this call is. 1:08 to go for Shane Gleason in the penalty box. It was offsides, and so we'll have a draw in neutral territory. For the next 68 seconds, a one-man advantage for Minot State. And the Cats win the draw that time, and Kyle Griffin with a big clearance back to the stick of Beauchamp. Under a minute to go now on the 5-on-4 for Minot. And the national champions of 2 years ago trying to score their first power play goal since the second period. It'll be dumped back. McNevin weighing his options. Under 10 minutes to go in the game. Half a minute on the Beavers power play. Peak. Sent back to the corner that time by Bolifer. Another clearance made by the Cats and a line change. Under 15 seconds to go now, and here's a shorthanded opportunity for Dylan Carter. His shot is blocked and goes wide. Olnick able to get a piece of it with his skates. Now back behind the cage. Gleason, oh, excuse me, no. Campbell's going to come out of the box for Gleason now. He's going to have to stay a little bit longer for that major penalty, but at least the Cats kill the penalty, and it's back to 5-on-5. So Minot State with 4 power play chances in this period. Granted, some of them under 30 seconds, but still not one time have they been able to capitalize. Battle for the puck at the far side boards is won by Arizona. And Poynton thought about the clapper. Instead elected to dump it. We'll have another face-off coming up and a line change for both parties. Offsides was the call. And a draw here in the neutral zone by the blue line of the Beavers. Roy Grandoff will take it against Dylan Smith, and Smith wins that battle. From center ice, it is dumped by Smith, and icing is called. We'll have a draw coming up on the other end of the ice. Dylan Smith back in the first period put the Beavers up 2-0 with his first goal of the season. And I correct myself, the face-off will come from center ice. Grandoff against Smith again, and this time the Wildcats win the draw. Fagerheim found Griffin. The referee blows the whistle. And they're going to redo the face-off from center ice. 8.5 to play here in period number 3. A 2-goal lead for the Beavers of Minot State. Grandoff going to be switched out of the face-off. It'll be Dwight Lee for Minot against Nespor, and the Beavers come away. They'll bring it into the attack zone, but 3 white jerseys are there to battle Sam Briscoe. It's poked loose, and play is stopped here once again. The referee had some words there for Nespor. We'll do another draw here in the neutral zone. So the 4th face-off in under 30 seconds goes to Minot State, but they'll quickly dump and chase. Back to the corner. Nespor takes over. Johnson using the body takes it away, but he quickly gives it back up to Hinsberg. The dump attempt and intercepted that time by Olnick. From Baldwin to Olnick. Up the wing to Lipinski. Here's Johnson. Trying to battle through, and wow! Some holding there by Fagerheim. The net comes off of its moorings. Johnson and Fagerheim getting into it after the whistle. Fagerheim with a clear hold there coming up the far side boards on Johnson. But it doesn't look like either of them will go to the box. Johnson now with a conversation with Kyle Griffin. Griffin appears to be laughing. Well, Ryan Olson awaits to take the faceoff, and now it looks like Johnson is going to go to the penalty box, and so is Kyle Griffin. I imagine this call is a delay of game. So Griffin and Johnson in the box for the next 2 minutes. McNevin comes back to the bench, and we'll have a 4-on-4 here for the next two. 7:49 to play in the third period. Larry Desmond, former Arizona assistant coach, just walked by. He's in attendance tonight. Played NCAA Division I hockey at Harvard University back in the 1950s. He got over almost 100 stitches in his face while he played at Harvard. Incredible. Back to the game as it is sent around the net. 7:15 to go in the third, and just under a minute and a half left on the power play. Here come the Cats. The 2-on-2 up the far side. It's poked away from Tommy Bennett. Now going the other way. Pond deflected off the stick of Poynton, and it goes over the net to the corner, and Poynton takes the punishment from Pond, and he is clearly shaken up. Bennett off the boards, finds Wilkinson. He'll cross center ice into the zone, up the far side, trying to make a spin move at the corner, but it's taken away by the black jerseys. Moore finds his way up the near side. Puck comes loose, and he gets into a skirmish. Wow, Barrett still pushing Moore from behind. He's a chippy player, this Josh Barrett, making his Wildcats debut tonight. Didn't know if he would have time to commit, and shot, score! Zern does it again. He opened the game up 1-0 for Minot State, and he lights the lamp once again here in the third period with just over 6 minutes to play. A 3-goal lead once again for the Beavers, 4-1. So Nick Zern had not scored once this season before tonight, and he has 2 here at the TCC. We're going to stick with the 4-on-4 for the next 15 seconds.
Goal scored by number 10, Nick Zern. The assist goes to number 15, Robbie Moore.
Moore with the assist. So Zern from Moore.
48 seconds in the third period.
Back to 5-on-5. Puck comes loose at the far side, taken over by Olnick. The captain sends it over to Baldwin. Went off his stick, and he's going to try to clear it. Stopped by Fagerheim. Sent across the ice to Hinsberg. He'll play it off the boards to Nespor. Little dump and chase here. Grandoff heads back to the bench, and Crow on for the Wildcats. Dumped back behind the net. Garrett Patrick is there. He'll play it off the boards. Harassed is Alex Nespor by Jeremy Johnson. Johnson will dump it. Back to Hinsberg from behind his own cage. Finds Nespor. Across the ice. Gets away from Crow. Fournier. Here's a chance. A backhand shot, and it's saved by Garrett Patrick. He keeps the deficit at 3. That time denying Dickerson. Under 5 minutes to play now here in period number 3, and it doesn't look good for Arizona. Line change will be made by both parties. And for the Cats, it'll be Wilkinson, Hinsberg, Adamowicz, Bennett, and Rosetta. Wilkinson will take the face-off here as well for the UA. Adamowicz with a chance. He turns on the Jets up the far side. He is harassed by Olnick, and the puck is jarred loose. Zern in on the play now. Back to Olnick. And Hinsberg is actually going to be in the penalty box now for the next 2 minutes. A costly penalty here. And that really hampers Arizona's chance of trying to come back in this one. Johnson across the ice. The drive from Olnick is wide. Zern plays it back to the corner. It'll ricochet off the boards. Bennett pinning his man up against the glass. Zern to Olnick. The captain back to Zern. Picked off by Rosetta. And here he comes up the middle. Under 4 minutes to go now in the third period. Rosetta looking for a shorthanded opportunity. Gives it off to Orion Olsen now at the corner. The puck goes loose. And the referee stops play once again. And it looks like Jeremy Johnson will go back to the box. And so we'll have a 4-on-4 here for the next minute. Oh, another Wildcat joining the penalty box crew as well. It's Anthony Rosetta. So Gleason, Hinsberg, and Rosetta in the box for the Wildcats. It's a party in there. .55 seconds to go on the 5-on-4 for Minot State. Will be the 6th power play chance of the period. They've been unable to capitalize on the previous 5 at the Beavers. 3.5 to go now in the last period. Rosetta called for the roughing and goes out of play. We'll have another face-off coming up in just a moment.
The Wildcats souvenir stand. The holidays are getting very close. What better way to gift your Wildcat family life than by stopping by the Wildcat souvenir stand?
The draw goes to the Beavers. McNevin to the middle. It's Bollifer. He's harassed by efforts. We'll bring it back behind the net. Puck comes loose. It'll be sent to the point. Picked off by Poynton. Kept in the attack zone by Haroff. To the middle. Bollifer can't handle it. Peak to Haroff. His shot goes wide. McNevin to Peak. Haroff. Taken away by Poynton, but no. Haroff with another chance. The snapshot goes straight into the chest of Garrett Patrick, and he'll hang on. Face-off is coming up in the Wildcats zone momentarily. Line changes will be made for both sides. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left in the final period, and the Cats find themselves down by a trio of goals. Arizona wins the draw. We're back to even strength 5-on-5. So Minot State 0 for 6 on their power play chances in the third period. 2 for 8 overall tonight. It'll be cleared back to the other end. Tommy Bennett giving chase, and the referee whistles icing. A draw coming up on the Beavers' end in just a moment. Well, Arizona ending a 9-game homestand. Started with being swept by the hands of Liberty. The second week upset by Colorado State and Colorado, but they did split the series with the Buffaloes 3-1 on November 1st. That was the first home win of this season for the Wildcats. 2 minutes to go now in the third period. Last night, a 4-3 shootout win for Arizona. Dylan Carter was the hero in the shootout. Next up for the Cats, they'll be all the way in New Jersey to face Rutgers next weekend, and then Drexel. 1 game affair with Rutgers and 2 at Drexel. Under 2 minutes to go now in the final period. Peak with the drive, and he scores! The Beavers pouring it on now here at the TCC. 5-1. And Mitch Peak, 5'11", 180-pound defenseman, able to find the net to put this one away. And a sobering night here at the TCC for its fans. As some of this crowd slowly filing out. A minute and a half to go. Briscoe with the assist. Sam Briscoe, 6'1", 220-pounder from Winnipeg. Puck comes loose. Barrett able to clear it back to the other end, and Bolifer there to touch it up. Icing is called, and so another draw coming up in the Wildcat zone. 64 seconds to go in this game as Arizona prepares to head back to the locker room with a loss, wrapping up a 9-game homestand before they head over to the East Coast. Draw goes to the Beavers. And why not? They're still pouring the shots on. McNevins is wide from the point. Lipinski able to get away from Campbell. Under a minute to go now in the third period. Oh, and 2 white jerseys, 1 black tangled up. They all fall to the ice. Dylan Smith taking the punishment that time. Smith scored a goal back in the first period. Comes loose in the neutral zone again. Half a minute left in this game. Will be played up the far side. Dwight Lee now leading the charge. Try to find his man at the middle, but Hinsberg there with the block. 10 seconds to go in the game. Matt Reed sends it back to the neutral zone, and the buzzer sounds. Minot State defeats Arizona in its own building, 5-1. An embarrassing loss here tonight for the Wildcats as they looked sluggish right from the start. The offense just couldn't click. The only goal scored by Arizona in this one was Robbie Wilkinson with 11 seconds to go in period number 2 on a penalty shot. As I mentioned, a sobering night for Arizona, getting barely any power play opportunities. Only 1 tonight. They were unable to capitalize. Meanwhile, Minot State had 8 power play opportunities, and they were able to score on 2. So coming up next for Arizona, they will head to the East Coast next weekend as this 9-game homestand is wrapped up with a 4-goal loss. Rutgers on November 20th, followed by Drexel on the 21st and the 22nd. We want to thank you for tuning in to all the games that you did during this home stretch. We are sorry that it had to end this way. 5-1 the final score, Minot State over Arizona. Once again, I'm Joey Petrello, cordially wishing you a wonderful good night.